I grew up in Utah, and my mother and father were divorced. I was raped when I was 15. That same year in the winter, I had gotten injured in snowboarding. You know, they prescribed pain medication, and at that point, not only was the pain taken away, you know, the emotional stuff that I subconsciously didn't even realize was still there. After I turned 18, I was in the hospital a lot. I had kidney stones. So at that point, I was put back on the pain meds. I didn't think I had a problem because my medication came from a doctor. You know, I knew about drugs, but I didn't know about addiction. That fall, my stepbrother overdosed on OxyContin. I was devastated. I was so close to him. I have never walked through anything like that since. I medicated a lot. There's a lot of it I don't remember. About a month and a half later is when I tried meth, and all of a sudden I just was somebody different. I didn't have to worry. It just ate my life up. I got pregnant with Sophia, and I had Sophia. I stayed clean through, you know, this whole ordeal after my daughter was born, and it was 2 days after I stopped breastfeeding that I had relapsed. I felt defeated. It was in February that CPS got involved. Jared was taken to jail, and my girls were taken to foster care, and I have no family, nobody, no friends, no nothing, and here I am, all alone. At that point, I didn't realize, but I was seeking something else. And I had this huge void that I kept trying to fill, whether it was with people and bad relationships or materialistic things, and just trying to fill this void. Before I came to the UGM, I had utilized some resources in the community like St. Vincent's. I was in their women's shelter for a period of time. And it was there that I found Jesus, and I knew that something was different in my life. It is so awesome to see what the Lord will do if you just surrender. After I left that program, it was so crazy. I was in my storage unit, and I happened to be in Coeur d'Alene, and I found Terry's business card.
I met Jocelyne, I believe in the spring of 2015. And I just remember thinking, she's really not ready for this yet.
We had previously had interaction. Matter of fact, I had a move-in date before, and I totally blew her off. I was scared.
She called me back and said, hey, I think I'm ready for this. And I said, you know what? This is really, really crazy, but I was just looking through my applications, and I was just gonna call you.
And she was like, you don't even sound like the same person.
I literally said, you're different. You're not the same person I talked to a couple months ago.
She gave me a move-in date, and it was on July 29th of 2015 I entered the UGM program.
Jocelyne is one of those residents who has come in here, and she's grabbing hold of every tool that we've offered.
There's so many things that I didn't and hadn't experienced until I started working a program here. And there's a lot of programs in this area alone that all they want to do is just love on you and rehabilitate you.
A lot of the women here have had addictions, especially meth addiction, which the first thing that goes is their teeth. They'll sort of hide their teeth and they won't smile.
I remember sitting in that dentist chair and feeling so self-conscious about my mouth, and the dentist, Dr. Hahn, put his hand on my shoulder and was just like, we are in the business of restoring smiles. You know, Jesus is in the business of restoring lives, and we just want to be a part of that.
I met Jocelyne through the UGM. We partnered with Heritage Health to start a wellness program for the girls. Over the process of the 8 weeks, I watched her go from, you're gonna have to prove a lot to me why this is important, to being an encouragement to the other gals and starting to understand the importance and the impact it was having on her life, and understanding that she could do it.
The Kroc Center, not only with the fitness and the health stuff, I was able to work for the Salvation Army over Christmas, and I was a bell ringer, and that was awesome. I love myself today, and I'm so grateful. It's huge to be able to feel wanted, and I don't know what I would do without these programs. What I want to do is I want to be able to give back into the community and be a part of what's helped me